Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. If you want to know how to get back your ex-girlfriend and boyfriend, click the link below.
My violent ex hastily married the woman I suspect he ripped off on me with. I wish to connect to her. I, 23F, recently figured out that my ex, 33 meters, just obtained married to the woman that I believe he cheated on me with. My ex-spouse and also I had a whirlwind romance. We satisfied in March 2020 and also promptly moved in together after a month, and points continue to move fast. My ex has a struggling past, jail time, recouping addict, parental misuse. I ought to have seen all this as red flags, yet I'm young and let it go since he made me believe he was trying to restore his life, and also for a long period of time he did. He reeled me in with his suitable personality, his devotion to being pleased despite trauma, and by being the treatment taker in the house, recipes, laundry, and so on. Primarily I allow a great deal of warning slip by due to how wonderful he was when he was not mad. However, most of us know as time moves on the issues of life reveal themselves. We started battling rather soon into being together, and also it was eruptive on his end. Gaslighting so negative I shed arguments BC he would coerce me right into agreeing I said things I didn't. It wasn't till we separated that I recognized he reveals a lot of signs of an individual with borderline personality disorder, programs 80 to 90% of habits I review. Individuals with BPD are likewise more probable to have as well as unhealthy connection with alcohol. This guy is an angry intoxicated. The majority of our worst battles were when he was intoxicated. Occasionally he would certainly admit after a negative fight that he was intoxicated as well as hid it from me. It was bad. His background as a former addict made it difficult to stay sober. He went down the controlled substances, however got the bottle Yano. We had a bad breakup, on Halloween 2021. He lost it once again while drunk. He was angry, vocally abusing me, then broke up with me as well as left the next day. Week later he was asking a head back and I ultimately simply had enough as well as said no. I finally saw all the misuse he triggered me with the help of family and friends mentioning the verbal abuse as well as emotional adjustment. I could enter into a great deal of detail concerning him as well as this various other girl, however essentially they worked together. I tried being alright with the relationship, however ultimately made him stop seeing her due to the fact that there was a great deal of questionable habits like avoiding till 3 to 5 am without contacting me, leaving the house in their center of the night to satisfy her while I was asleep. He would not appreciate my limits of what I needed to trust him with her, therefore why I think he cheated. We just lasted regarding a month hereafter. I feel like the urge to message this woman is partial genuine issue and partial just desiring his connection with her to break down. She has 5 kids and also they obtained wed 6 months after him and I separated, as well as I really did not stop contact with him till mid-February. Him and I had contact that was often charming up until that point. Currently they're married? Not even 2 months after we stopped chatting? This male was head over heels for me and I was for him. There's no other way. She understands about his mental health and wellness issues as well as alcohol addiction. It took me, my friends and also family members a long period of time to see it as a result of exactly how great he went to matching my character and my member of the family, as well as love bombing me till I was blind. I am not jealous that they're married. I evaded a massive bullet. I am a little bit irritated that he never dealt with the effects of his actions as well as abuse towards me. I likewise simply can't stop thinking about her kids. This guy can obtain very loud as well as in the midst of his episodes and inebriated habits he is unreachable, mentally checked out and also harmful. They could endure trauma through this man, because I know he isn't changed. Abusers don't just transform overnight, he required treatment. I can't tell if reaching out is unjustified BC I do have sensations of wishing to mess points up for him. I just still have a little bit of issue for her. Am I being malevolent or is my issue warranted? Right here are the best comments, advices that I gathered for this terrific story. She won't listen. And she will tell him, as well as he will condemn every little thing on you. You're young. Feeling fortunate you escaped as well as do not waste your energy on him. Fate will take care of that. You don't know what she knows. You do not know what you do not recognize, and also I assure you, there's a whole lot you do not know. He isn't your trouble any longer. Thank your lucky stars and proceed and also make better decisions before you lose more than you currently shed. Take care with this. If you successfully interfere you may be jabbing a bear. You currently understand just how mad he gets. Don't you think it may be directed at you if you break up his marriage? I honestly don't assume it deserves it. I doubt you might safeguard the youngsters or I might feel in different ways. Yet the vengeance alone just isn't worth it. Being stuck with that person is revenge enough. Ideal wishes to you. I hope you can discover peace with this and a future companion much more deserving of your love. Let it go. Especially if he's 50% as bad as you state he is, be glad he isn't your problem any longer. As for her, she'll learn soon just like you did. Anything you state will make you stumble upon as the upset bitter ex-lover. First, they are already wed. For you girl, it's none of your business to horn in their affairs, much less you would certainly be misconstrued as meddling, so it could not be good for you although your intention is to advise. In addition, your ex-spouse might seek you out for vengeance by your meddling in their affairs. He could turn violent on you, knowing the state of his mental health and wellness. Unless, his brand new partner methods for your point of view on him or she required assistance in some way if your ex-lover has actually started to abuse her as well as her youngsters, I fear to think about that. For you beloved, thank your lucky stars you did not evade a bullet but a ballistic missile that might have blown you to smithereens. Look at yourself in this manner, woman. You have carried on, starting a new life, out of the woods and right into the sunshine. No more staying in anxiety, no more problems. Yes, it could have been your greatest mistake in life. You wed that crazy person, but just how we're to understand, right? You were fixated, blinded by all those love two ways. You were young, you didn't observe his true shades. As the saying goes, you won't see the real character, true colors of person you are marrying till you wed that individual. So go slow, infant, non the rash. Examine whatever inside out. The following one you mean to go dead major. Once beaten, twice timid, however thrice you are a dumbass goner. Okay, infant. Enjoy your brand new life. Even more unfaithful tale. Got ripped off on as well as I'm developing toxic practices. I believe I'm developing poisonous practices and also some sort of OCD. About 5 months ago I uncovered my partner was speaking with an additional male. We kinda fixed it, but it woke up my trust problems and my instabilities. I have actually been cheated previously, as well as it provoked me a lot of mental issues. I started my relationship when I believed I was ready, however seeing what I see woke them up. Ever since, I've been thinking of examining her phone, considering what was her doing, that was her with harmful behaviors. Whenever she told me she was going to an event, stress and anxiety attacked me and also wanted to know everything. I fought a great deal to trust her, however it was really hard. 3 weeks ago, I discovered she was without a doubt cheating. She didn't told me, I examined her phone and located it. We don't speak or see any longer. She rejected every little thing, yet I'm rather sure of what I review. I'm still having that habits. I see her IG stories through confidential sites, I remember her following and also followers number, I enter her conversation to see if she's online, I watch her close friends' tales and also, occasionally, I had assumed it would be fantastic to have accessibility to her conversations and IG account. I cannot stop thinking of her with another individual as well as I get even anxiety attack because of that. I don't intend to resemble that. I do not wish to be a harmful male. I've never resembled that, however it resembles I cannot manage it. I really feel the need to examine what is she doing, that is she complying with, that likes her pictures. I'm worried regarding me. I do not wish to be a regulating male. Additionally, I have lost any type of self-esteem. I have no self-confidence and I have lots of instabilities. I understand I have to work it out, yet I'm mentally worn down after 5 months of attempting to restore her self-confidence. I cannot sleep, I don't eat, I attempt to be with someone nearly every single time since if I'm by myself I begin to believe as well as I fall through a lot of bunny holes. Often, I also uncertainty of what I read in her chat. I cannot recognize how a person can be so cynical and how someone can absolutely cut contact with a person they allegedly was undoubtedly crazy. I felt I'm not worthy as well as, occasionally, the only point that makes me assume I cannot leave this globe is my mom. I require some advice and also counseling. Here are the very best comments, advices that I collected for this terrific story. It seems like you need to deal with an adultery trauma specialist starting from your first time and also your past. Sounds like your mother is a stronghold for you, as well as actually the fact that you have all these concerns as well as issues concerning just how you really feel concerning being ripped off on and what type of responses it extracts of you which you do not wish to be. That individual is exceptional and also a favorable thing. You did excellent by looking out and also stepping out of that partnership as soon as you've validated your instincts. By the way, those little knots in your intestine that made you look at her phone as recurring of your survival reactions beginning from what you experienced in the injury you experienced in your initial partnership that you were ripping off on. I understand it's very little of a conciliation cost, yet you did obtain something from that terrible experience, and also it's likewise excellent that you understand and also define your boundaries in a connection, but you do wish to work with the insecurities as well as concerns of betrayal because those will paralyze your opportunities of solidifying a great connection. I do not think you owe anything or mental area to your ex-spouse. If you find yourself wanting to check out her things, simply develop a substitute activity like go as well as run a couple of miles or have a pastime you can pour on your own into usage that adverse power for something excellent. Set constraints on your phone or anything that involves social media sites, but always have an excellent substitute to fall back, as well as eventually you will certainly get to indifference concerning her, and afterwards you will be ready to march once again for new chances. She was cheating or preparing yourself to. Your reactions were on point, so really feel helpful for that. What you likewise need to work with is why do you draw in or are attracted to these types of people. Best of luck, and also maintain servicing being a far better you. Okay, first cut her off. You will certainly never ever more than happy with her, so go with the following one. Dating is like trial duration for after, living with each other, marriage, etc. You attempted, she isn't the one. Next. You have to, at the same time, not be also naive and also be able to see the warnings, however likewise provide individuals the benefit of the question. Following girl you begin chatting with, try to find the warnings, if you see something after that. Next. If you locate one without red flags, then give her the benefit of the question. If she act right as well as is truthful, consider it, etc. After that, trust will certainly create normally, but if you see a red flag appear after that, you manage it, and also if there is something after that following. Depend on is not an offered, it's earned. So I hear a lot of pain. Take a deep breath. I think you are embedded a hamster wheel of kinds. First thing, acknowledge you were betrayed as well as just how shitty that is. That's on her, not you. It's alright to feel your discomfort and also suffering. Feel it, lean into it. Do not drink. The truth that you are feeling this reveals you are human as well as have a great deal of love to offer. Cheaters do not really feel that for their fellow human, and that's the true catastrophe. Our cheaters will certainly never appreciate somebody more than themselves, and that is a wasted life. Second thing. For the love of universe, stop checking her IG. What do you love to do? Exercise, cook, view quiet motion pictures, see pornography, scroll Reddit, hike, whatever it is, do that. Or perhaps make a prepare for that. For me, I began small, seeing cooking shows and got ideas to prepare. I likewise love 90 Day Fiancé. My ex-lover disliked it. However, presume what? Id gaff. He's not here anymore. I love love, as well as these people will sustain months apart, to waiting on their federal government to allow their so in, to relocating far from everything they understand and enjoy to be with their love. Since is gorgeous. You state you have no self-confidence. However, you left her, right? It takes a lot of courage to do that. You merit, you are strong. You got this. Thanks for enjoying. Let me know what you assume in the comments listed below. Remember to subscribe and also